today we kick off with our only catch-up game, which sees us take on Preston North End in the FA Cup second round. And this game started rough as we went to goal down only 4 minutes in. Thankfully, before the turn of the half though, Vokes and Williams were able to find the net to take us into the break with a lead. However, the second half started strange as Goss missed not just this penalty, but the follow-up too. We then eventually sealed the win as Phillips came off the bench and scored before Chadwick did the same in this 4-1 win. And so, with that singular catch-up game out of the way, it is of course time to draw the third round of the FA Cup and see if we can get one of those big boys, get a nice little bit of gate receipt going to one of the big Premier League teams. But who are we going to get? Well, we are going to draw a few of these out. First of all is Stoke versus Sheffield United, but you know what? Let's just draw all the teams. Let's get everyone out. Hull City, by the way, at home to MK Dons. Hopefully they can pick up a victory in that one. But where are we? We're on this list. Okay, we're down near the bottom. It's League One York at home against Leeds United from the Premier League. So, that kind of sucks. We're going to have a sold-out capacity at home, but our stadium isn't very big. Hopefully we can hold out for a draw and go to Leeds United. If not, well, we better hope we can get an upset in that one. Now, in the other competitions, we've been doing pretty darn well. As you can see, we are expected to fight bravely against relegation, and right now we find ourselves in the playoffs, and if we can pick up a victory here today, we'll jump over Shrewsbury, in fact, because we have a much greater goal difference. And we should even be able to catch up to the likes of Burton as well. So, automatic isn't completely out of the picture for us. We then have the FA Cup, which of course we are now going to be versing Leeds United in. Why does this say we're versing? Can I not read? This definitely says York versus Leeds. Okay, Forest Green has been rearranged in the league. Oh, next round, what? FA Cup, next round, League One. Okay, that's confusing. Anyways, enough about that. We're expected to reach the second round. We've already reached the third round. We're already overachieving in that one. The Carabao Cup, we're expected to be competitive. We got knocked out by Everton. I don't think we can complain too much with that one. And the Papa John's Trophy, well, the board didn't care about it. I don't care about it. I don't think anyone on the entire planet really cares about the Papa John's Trophy. And, well, we got knocked out in the group stage of that. But we do have some big retirement news as well as some other news to catch up on. And that news is as follows. First of all, we have a couple of injuries. There were to Liam Gibson and Jaden Williams. Liam Gibson picked his up against Charlton. Now, that was a pulled knee ligament and he was out for 11 to 13 days whilst that's treated. I think he's still got a little bit of a niggly knock left on that one. We then have Jaden Williams. Now, he's back from his. I thought his might be quite lengthy because I believe he was the one who was forced to go off the pitch. Now, he only had a tight calf, which is okay because he was only out for 1 to 3 days. On top of that though, we do have some new contracts. So first of all, we've got a couple of contract extensions. Now, this, when I originally put it in the notebook, was rather confusing. It didn't show the people. It just said the following players have had their contract extensions, yada yada, but didn't actually mention the players, which I found really weird. So I've added in here the details of the players. There's 22-year-old, 2.5 star, 4-star potential Rafferty Pedder. He's got his 3-year extension, which we got him on his original contract. Also on his original contract was a 2-year extension for Jack Byrne. He's currently 2.5 star, 3.5 star potential, 23 years of age. He can of course play across the entirety of the attacking midfield. Currently out on loan at Yeovil, of course, to get some game time. So both of those have been extended for a bit longer. We then have Martin Harris, another youngster. He's been signed to an extended contract. He, if you aren't aware, is a 1-star, 3, possibly 4-star potential, solid little defender. Thought I would extend him on because we could make a little bit of money out of him. I think we can grab about 50 grand from him. So he's currently at Hednesford at the moment, not having the greatest of times though. A 6.3. he might need to drop down level. I think he's probably going to be more of a Vanarama North, Vanarama South level player by looks of that then. So we might not quite make what we want. We might end up 12 grand at a push. I think around that sort of money, they're going to be able to afford to be able to buy him. Now we've got our mentoring. Now, how has that been going? Because that can go many different ways. Well, I haven't even read through this myself, so this is going to be a first for me as well. Paul Osu has picked up a mixture of personal traits from the mentoring group. So he is now going to be adaptable and capable of taking on different challenges. His standard of professionalism seems to have dropped, which is bad. And he's been cutting corners in training. Okay. He started to allow his temper to get the better. Okay. So he's going to start getting more yellow cards. This makes more sense then. So his temperament's dropped off. He started cutting corners in training. Basically, his professionalism's gone out the window, but he's still a pretty decent player, and he's getting more adaptable. We then have Kane Willman. Now, he's, of course, our fourth choice goalkeeper. His sense of sportsmanship has increased. That's nice to see. Chadwick has managed to develop a new trait. What's up with Chadwick? Now, gets into opposition areas. This increases the frequency in which a player will look to make runs from deep positions to get into the opponent's penalty area. That's nice, because we want him cutting in. When we use him as an inside forward, he's going to try and actually cut in. So it's nice to see that. Now, who made the League One team of the week? Well, that is Prisbeck and Shipley. On top of that, though, we do have two retirements. Duckworth told he's going to retire, and so has Spearing. Now, both of these, they are going to be missed, of course. I like both of these as people, but in terms of our squad depth, do we really need them? Spearing is really just an experienced player here to aid the development of our youngsters. In terms of on the field, he's not really there to do a whole lot. And same with Duckworth. Now, Duckworth was a decent right back. We don't really need him now. He's like a fair choice. If we desperately need cover on the wing backs, then maybe we use him, but we don't particularly need him, so I'm not too upset that them two are retiring. It's going to be nice for them to go into our nice little retirement home with Donaldson, the likes of Wilson and Alnwick, who I have forgot to put onto our nice little presentation, so we unfortunately can't see them on there, but we've got a few different players he can be sitting in there with. But without further ado, let's crack on with today's game. Okay, ladies and gents, that throws a bit of a spanner in the works, doesn't it? We was going to have our nice little Shrewsbury game here today, but I guess we're going to head away to Northampton because we have a waterlogged pitch. Well, didn't expect that one to be happening, so I'll see you fine folks over in Northampton in just a second. Okay, so with our Shrewsbury game being cancelled, this is a bit of a different one for both sides. Both of us are taking on much lower opposition here today instead of gearing up for our big clash up near the top. Shrewsbury is at home to Cambridge, down in 17th. We are away to Northampton, who are down in 23rd, but there is a big game going on, and that is Wigan versus Plymouth. That is 9th versus 4th. Wigan are still in the hunt for those playoff spots, of course, as well as Plymouth, who we could do with them beating. So without further ado, let's head on inside. As you can see, we've got 6,751 tickets which have been sold out of a 9,153 capacity. Very good pitch condition here today. 7 degrees. 7? Wish it was 7 here. 7 and calm. Right now it's about 20 degrees more. It's okay. 19 degrees more. It's 26.1 right now in my room. So, apply opposition instructions. They look like they're going to go for a classic 4-4-2, but who knows? We are going for a positive mentality, and we are going to have our full strength lineup. So, we've got Prisbeck in goal, the back line of Osu, Shipley, Adivan and Titov. In central midfield is Allen and Goss, Lubala, Pedder and Williams along the attacking midfield, with Vokes up front, bench consisting of Adigoki, Jenkinson, Jackson, Gibbs, Phillips, Chadwick and Zimbar. So, submit that, and well, solid. Pretty solid. Some people seem to be confused by the formation we've used for the entirety of this save, so I don't know about that. And their manager is Jimmy the Champion. Hopefully not a champion here today. Also, they've got Danny Rose in their team. Also Guthrie and Rose. Okay, this is just a weird lineup. Anyways, I think we need to show everyone that the recent praise is justified if we carry on Stick to our plan, stay patient, and we'll be fine. The fans, don't let our good run of form. We're favourites, and we need to be winning this comfortably. Bit of motivation. What can we do with motivation? So I think we need to show everyone that the recent praise is justified. We'll go with our assistant. He's been doing a pretty damn good job. Shipley, by the way, the only one not motivated in the starting lineup, and we are going to get rid of this stats. So there we go. League table is back up. We've got the right list of fixtures. So I'm not reading League 1 fixtures when we're in League 2. Sorry. We've got League 1 fixtures while we're in League 1, not reading League 2. And speaking of Danny Rose, okay, well, we're going to swap off that positive mentality, go attacking, which is exactly what we did in that Preston game. So hopefully it goes the same way as the Preston game, where we go down to a disappointing goal early on and we can bounce back, because it's going to be rather gutting if we lose to second from bottom of the league. Right now, though, they're back on the attack, looking to find a second one. Thankfully, Goss has intercepted it. He does have 3 people on him, though. Can he get it away? Falls it back to Prisbeck. Prisbeck's going to hoof it upfield. He's going to give it straight back to Guthrie, though. No! Guthry's going to leave it. Vokes is going to run onto it, and he might give it away. No, the big touch was not punished. It's now into Williams. He finds better. Inside to Vokes. Vokes found a bit of space. Oh, he's hit the post! He's done a Goss. Him and Goss, apparently, are taking it in turns on missing the goal. We had Vokes last episode missing. We then, in the catch-up, had Goss with his interesting miss on the follow-up to the penalty. Now we've just had Vokes not put that one away. Admittedly, that wasn't an open goal, much like the other two. But it's a poor trend that I'm starting to see at the moment. Right now, though, it's played across to Marshall. Marshall tries to whip it up, but Adipan will be the one to intercept it. Pulls it back to Shipley, up to Allen. Shipley, again, a player I really wish we could get in full-time. He has basically become a full-time member the amount of times we've loaned him. I believe this is his 4th, maybe 5th consecutive season he's been on loan with us. So, Osu coming down left-hand side, whips it in, back post, Williams, free header, come on Jaden! Beautiful cross by Paul Osu. He might be cutting corners in training, but he's not cutting corners on this pitch. The only corners he's cutting are down the side of their defence. Oh, Lubala just slides it back for Osu. Osu gets pushed out to the byline, but manages to find himself a bit of space. Gets it to Williams. Goalkeeper probably should have done a little bit better. We are going to stay attacking. We're not going to drop off quite yet. We want to get that lead, and then we'll drop off. We'll drop off when we get the lead, if we get the lead, of course. But Antwi will play it back to Guthrie. Guthrie back up to Antwi. It's now inside to McWilliams. McWilliams gets it up. It's now with Rose. Rose, of course, with that opening goal, tries to get up to Conley. Lovely interception. Oh, Osu! You did the hard work. You intercepted the ball, and then you pass it straight back to them in a dangerous spot. You almost assisted a goal there. Thankfully, they didn't score. But Osu, that's worrying. Marshall, thankfully, a great save by Adam Prisbeck, nodded away from by Goss. So, do we have anyone specifically struggling? Osu's worrying me, but he's on a 6-9 at the moment. Allen on a 6-6, and Vokes on 6-6, Luvala 6-6. And Shipley is on a 6-6. Oh, Allen! Allen almost got himself off the 6-6 with that off the bar, but Vokes will be the one in the end to poke it in the back of the net. So Vokes, I'm guessing, is going to go to 7-1. I'm going to say 7-1 is what Vokes is going to go to. 7-2. They gave him a 7-2 because he managed to poke a ball in the back of the net that was right next to the line. It's now up to a 7-3, in fact. It's Shipley inside to Goss, though. Finds Vokes. Vokes is going to cut inside. He's got a man ahead of him if he wishes to use him. Gets it through to Pedder. Can Pedder score this one-on-one? Oh, is he at the post? Oh, we love the frame of the goal recently. We really do love the frame of the goal. Great at hitting the post. But not on Soccer AM. And right now, we head into half-time with a nice 2-1 lead. I would expect us to have a bit more than this right now. This does look more like a team that should be battling bravely against relegation, not one that's overachieving and pushing for playoffs, possibly even automatic promotion. But let's head into the dressing room. Let's tell the lads that was pretty darn solid. There isn't anyone particularly struggling. Lubala's on a 6-6, could do a little bit more from him, but not anyone playing terrible. So you know what? Bit of motivation. No, actually, no. Assertive. Got to be a bit assertive. I think we need to show everyone that the recent... Yeah, be assertive about it. Make sure you do it, lads. Make sure you do it. So, Vokes plays it back to Alan. He's going back to Andy Apart. Now, where will William go? Goes outside to Titoff. He goes inside to Goss. Now, Goss back to Titoff. Ball up to Williams. Titoff should make the run. Make the run, Titoff. Ball over the top, Goss. Okay. That was a wasted opportunity. It's gone back to Andy Pan instead. Shipley. He's going to go crossfield to Osu. Osu does have... Oh, Osu, that was a terrible touch. And Connolly's dispossessed him, but Osu's won it back. That is the determination we like to see. Maybe do that in your training, though, Osu. Just an idea, you know. Put that sort of effort into your training as well. Allen through to Pedder. Finds Vokes. Vokes now turns. Passes it to Williams. Come on! Great bit of build-up play. Williams smashes it into the top corner. Ladies and gents, we're finally showing why we are where we are, up near the top. Also, best goal difference in the league, by the way. Best goal difference in the league on 17. Huddersfield are catching us up. They're on 16 now. Huddersfield, how are you getting on? I'm assuming you're winning by a bit. Okay, you've already played. I'm guessing they won like 4-0. Because we did have a goal difference by a good little bit. I want to say Huddersfield's was more like 12 last time I saw it. So, Nditi is going to turn and play to McWilliams. McWilliams back to Marshall. Marshall's going to marshal it over the top. Now, can Shipley... Good job, Shipley. You put the pressure on. He had a bit too much space, but you did manage to get back, put the pressure on, and, well, he skied it into the back of the crowd. So, another highlight. Guthrie's going to go short to Antwi. Antwi back to Guthrie. Guthrie's going to turn, plays it inside to Danny Rose. Danny Rose up to McWilliams. McWilliams can get past his man. He's been pushed out wide by Shipley, but can Shipley make the tackle? That's the important thing. It's a ball across. Allen, lovely interception. Stops again to Rose. That clearance, though, not great. Not great at all. Just cleared it straight back to them, and they can go back on the attack as McWilliams is here on the right-hand side. Plays it up to Conley. Conley inside to Rose. Rose plays it to McWilliams. It's now to Kabamba. Kabamba over to Conley. Conley! And it's trickled into the corner. Ours don't go in off the post. They go out, and they shake it all about. They even do the hokey cokey. And sometimes they even turn around and go back the other way. But they don't trickle in off the post like that. Come on. They're giving us quite the fight right now. In about 5 minutes, we are, of course, going to make our subs. But right now, it's Osu. Ball over to Vokes. Vokes turns, passes it to Williams. Surely, we've got it. Come on. 4-2, ladies and gents. That was far too easy. Oh, come on. Let's go. Nice little bit of team play there. Nice team goal yet again. Very similar to that prior one. Vokes just turning, has two defenders on him, plays it across to Williams, who beats his man, beats the goalkeeper. And we are 4-2 up. Now the question is, who do we take off? As Williams, of course, does have his hat-trick. Vokes also 2 assists. Not too bad. 2 assists and a goal. Osu's got himself an assist as well. And I am losing my voice. I am definitely losing my voice. So, Lubala, you know what? Slightly, Titov and Pedder are slightly more tired than everyone else. Titov, how are you performing though? You're on a 7.2. I don't think it's worth taking you off for Jenkinson, I'll be honest. That slight bit less of energy, I don't think it's worth doing. So Chadwick can go inside. Gibbs still has... Actually, you know what? It's a 4-2 lead against a team that we should be beating. Gibbs, come on. Get yourself a bit of fitness. Be ready for the next game. That should help you a little bit. We are then going to hold the over 2 for a little bit later than we usually do. We'll go to about this 72nd, 73rd sort of minute. Wait for a couple of players' energy to drop off that extra little bit. Because our players are quite fit at the moment. Titoff has finally dropped off. So we will in fact take him off. Now he's dropped off. Williams is also still quite tired. So Phillips, we're going to risk it. Phillips can go out there for our hat-trick hero. And hopefully... that should be all done, pretty much. 6 minutes. 2-goal lead. Osu throwing it into Gibbs. Can we get a fifth? Whips it in. Vokes can't get onto it as Guthrie nods it away. Now Pollock on the counter attack. Plays it back to Guthrie though. It's over to Medford Smith. Medford Smith going down this left hand side. He's got way too much space. Close him down, my friend. Plays it back to Guthrie instead though. It's up to Pollock. Pollock, as we regain shape, is going to play it back to Lewis. He's going to go across to Marshall. Marshall tries to route one it. Rose, can he beat Shipley? No. Shipley will gather it in. Plays it back to Brisbeck. And it's cleared away. But we just gave it straight back to them. And it's yet another route one. Thankfully, Adipan again. It's dealt with and gets it up to Jenkinson. Jenkinson now up to Phillips. Inside to Gibbs. Gibbs has an overlap. Instead goes back to Goss though. Goss up to Vokes. He's got an overlap. He's not going to go for it either. Plays it across to Allen. Allen's going to go for the ball over the top to Lubala though. Lubala one-on-one with the goalkeeper. How do you miss these? We've got players who can score absolute beauties of goals. And then they get stuff like that where you just like tap it in. Give a little taparoo. But no. Thankfully, in the end, doesn't bite us on the backside. But as you can see, statistically, this was a rather 50 game, although XG-wise, we had pretty much twice as much as them. Sam Vokes on an 8.7, got himself a goal and assist, but that was not enough, as we, of course, had the hat-trick hero himself, Mr. Jaden Williams, on an 8.8. Now, I did mention possibly coming back for the QPR game in the prior episode, I believe it was. We're not going to do that because I realised something. We're supposed to verse QPR at the very end of the season. So we're going to be seeing QPR in an episode anyways. I think what we're going to do is come back for Oxford in the next one away. If, of course, we don't have that one postponed. But I thank you all for joining us. I hope you all have a lovely night and bye.